caterpillar.com. I'm an artist, writer and speaker dedicated to inspiring self-love, growth and living an unapologetic life. And today I want to talk about something exciting that's happening for me right now. This year I dared and applied to be a Rose of Tralee. I thought I'd just share a little background of the competition and then go into why I applied for this year. The Rose of Tralee, the competition itself, has two stories associated with it. The one is that there was a ballad written by a man who was deeply in love with a woman called Mary. He was from a very rich Protestant family and she was from a poor Catholic family, so it's all very Romeo and Juliet. What happened with them was that because they were from such different backgrounds, their relationship was frowned upon, and he left Ireland for a while, and when he came back he found out that she was actually dead, or that she died while he was gone. And he wrote this ballad about the beauty of this woman, about Mary, who he called the Rose of Tralee. The other story is, and I find this very funny as well, because you have sort of the legend-esque romantic story, and then you also have the business story, which is that in 1957 these men came together in a pub and they decided that they wanted to find a way to spark tourism again in that region and to bring more people to the races that were hosted in Tralee. It developed over years and years and years into what we know today as the competition, or the Festival of the Rose of Tralee. Now, looking at it from outside, or just, you know, shallowly browsing over what it is, you could think that it's just your normal beauty pageant, but actually it's very different to that. First of all, because beauty is not really judged on, so it doesn't really matter how you look as a rose. And this goes back to the poem that I told you about, that this man wrote for Mary, and it goes something like this. The pale moon was rising above the green mountain. The sun was declining beneath the blue sea, when I strayed with my love to the pure crystal fountain that stands in the beautiful vale of Tralee. She was lovely and fair as the rose of the summer, yet 'twas not her beauty alone that won me. Oh no, 'twas the truth in her eyes ever dawning that made me love Mary, the Rose of Tralee. You can see that even back then in his poem, he did not just write about her beauty, he also mentioned something that he couldn't put his finger on, that was the magic of this woman, and that's what the festival tries to represent, or to invite. And you can see this as well in the developments that the competition has gone through. Originally only women from Tralee were allowed to participate, then they expanded it to Kerry, at some point to Ireland, and then in 1967 I think they expanded it to include all women of Irish ancestry or birth. What I also love about it, and this was actually mentioned by one of the people who organized the event, is that they have all these new women coming to the festival every year, and they see that as a chance to develop as a competition or as an event as well, to change with the times. So not only have they, for example, in 2008 added that unmarried women with children are allowed to join, but they also had a openly homosexual rose as well. And I just love that there's this huge diverse element to it that just really highlights that this is not about beauty. That's also the reason why I'm applying for this event, and I thought that I'd just share a little bit why I wanted to apply. It's also a part that I want to talk about more, that I want to include more, to just share my journey and the process as I participate in the event, as the time leads up to it, how I feel about it. I already noticed a lot of emotional topics that came up, a lot of personal issues that I'm really curious about and that I really want to look at. For me, the festival was always sort of part of the family. Like, I remember that we used to go to Kerry very often, and in August actually, so that the event took place at the time that my family and I were in Kerry, and we watched it on TV, and I remember us grouping around the TV and just watching this event take place, and it was just always very positively connotated, so I never really grew up with it thinking that it was something negative or something shallow. That's also what I love about it, and I said that before, that it's not necessarily about beauty, it's about what these women bring to the table, so their personality, their character, what have they done in their lives, what do they want to do with their lives, how do they want to not only carry the Irish heritage into the world, but also what of them do they want to carry into the world? So what differences do they want to make, and what impact do they imagine themselves having on the people around them and their environment? I wanted to be a fantastic opportunity to connect with all these women who are attracted by this kind of ground setting, and to see what this will do to me as a person as well, to meet all these women who are so passionate about something, who are so into this that they not only apply, but they really want to make a difference, because it's not their beauty that they're applying for, it's their inner sense, their inner yearning to accomplish something bigger than themselves. And I've seen that when I looked at the roses from the past years, that there's so many highly accomplished women. And that was also a reason why I didn't apply earlier than now, because I never really felt that I had anything unique to bring to this discussion, nothing to add value, even though I often still feel like that I'm still just, you know, budding and don't really have it all worked out in that sense, which is great. I still feel that now I do have something to talk about that is bigger than myself. I have topics that I noticed, that I've lived through, experiences that I've made, that I feel are extremely valuable and meaningful, not only for myself but for other people as well, and in my case particularly women. I also want to use this event as a chance, as an opportunity to reconnect with where I come from as a person and from my ancestral heritage, to talk to my grandparents and find out who were the people who came before me, who were the women who came before me, and set the basis for who I am today. I also want to research about my country. I want to know about the history more. I want to know about the people more, the reason it is how it is today. And I really want to connect with this topic for the first time, actually, really, and see where it takes me, because nothing happens by chance, and there's always a reason why we do things or why we encounter things, or at least that's what I believe. So I see this as something that was delivered to me now because it's the right time for it, and I can't wait to actually see what that will be or what I will make of it. Because this event is so important to me, because it connects me to my country and where I come from and the people and my heritage, I really wanted to invest in effort and make it mine, make it something special for me that does not only belong to those days or to those events, but that I can build my own anticipation of it and really enjoy it on many different levels. So I actually also decided to make my own dresses and my own costumes. I'm going to probably show the process of that as well, and I really look forward to showing you how that works out. That's also the reason I brought you here, and probably the sound of this video is really awful because there's so much water and so much noise and nature happening around me. I started filming this in my own room, where there would have been perfect quiet and studio lights and everything, the whole shebang. But I felt after I started that I wasn't really feeling good, it wasn't feeling true to me or what this is supposed to be about. So I decided to pack up my stuff, come into my favorite place in the woods and sit near water, which always makes me feel really good or calm. I wanted to use this environment to share this beautiful journey with you, or the beginning of it, and to invite you just to this moment of, and even if you don't hear a word I'm saying, you can hear water and birds, which is also awesome, particularly if you don't get out that much, which is usually me. I want to thank you for listening to this, for sharing this journey with me, and I can't wait to share more, to go more in depth and actually talk about issues that have come up, emotional things that I want to work through and that I feel other people could benefit from too. And so I leave you with this first video, but it won't be the last. I hope you have a great day wherever you are. Take care. I send you kisses and lots of hugs. Bye.